Hello, I am going to take just a few minutes today and I'm going to make bread and I'm going to show you how I make bread using measurements. I'll use grams to measure my flour out. And this is going to I'm going to get 4 loaves out of this and I'll be able to put these in the freezer to have for later. And I want you to see how easy it is and how you can have consistently good loaves if you have a good recipe and if you have a good mixer to be able to make your bread. So if you don't have a mixer, I'm attaching a link for the mixer. If you need a scale, I'm attaching a link for the scale. And it is Sunday afternoon. I like to make my bread either on Saturday and Sunday. I do work full time and the kids are in school. They don't drive. Life is very busy for us during the school year. So I typically make the bread on the weekend and then I freeze it and then I lay it out and thaw it. Like if you put it out the night before and let it thaw overnight, then you have a fresh loaf of bread to pack lunches for school the next day. So if you have any questions, post them in the comments, and I promise you, if you're still struggling to make bread, this is a great recipe and a great method for you to try to make bread. Let's get started. Okay, I have my 600 grams. What I'm going to need 600 grams 3 times. So I'm going to go ahead and add the 600 grams to my mixing bowl and get started. And then I have this ready to go. I'll measure this out as soon as I get done pouring this in. Okay, so I'm not going to pour my flour in just yet. I've got that right here. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put in my 4.5 cups of water. And this is 105 degrees, just in case you're curious how the actual temperature is. I've got my water. I'm going to go ahead now. This is actually sea salt. You can use regular salt. I just have some sea salt that needs using. This is 2 tablespoons of sea salt. And then I've got 1 cup of oil and I'm going to put that in, and also my 1 cup of sugar in the raw. I'm just going to put this on low speed. You'll hear it start, well, you may not hear it get too grainy because I'm not using the roller. Got my 1 cup sugar in the raw. We'll go ahead and put my oil in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my first 600 grams of flour. Just pour that in there. Speed the temperature up. Lock this in the middle. Now I'm experimenting not using the paddle. If I want to put that in there in a minute, I can. I used it the other day without it and it was fine. Alright, let me go get my other 600. Alright, this is 3 tablespoons of yeast. Go ahead and put that in there. Okay, now that this is fully incorporated, I am going to just let that sit. I'm going to check it and look at it. Yeah, that looks fine. Let that sit for 20 to 30 minutes, whatever you want to do. Okay, so this is set for 20 minutes. I'll take the cover off. You can see how that looks different. I'm going to turn the mixer back on. I've already got my last 600 grams of flour. So this is easy. You're going to do 600, 600, and 600, and then that's all the flour that you need. So I'm going to turn this back on low and then add the rest of the flour in, and then I'm going to let this knead for about 5 minutes. And I'll speed up the camera or the film, so you're not actually watching live time, but you can still see how the mixer works to knead the flour. Also too, I forgot to add my other half cup of water, so I'm going to do that as well. Okay, so I'm going to undo this. You pull that out just a little bit and then spin that knob. It'll make it easier to undo. The cutting board that I usually use is dirty, so I've made this. Alright, look how that pops right out. Alright, so I want to get 4 equal dough balls. I'm going to tear my scales. This is in grams. Just gonna work. I'll first get my dough balls divided equally, and then I will go back, and that might could have needed just a little bit longer, but it'll be all right. Something about this recipe is it's very forgiving. All right, just looking at them, this looks bigger. Let's see. 893. Let's see. I'm not sure which direction to turn this so you can read it. Let's see. There we go. 891. This one's gonna be smaller. 7, 8. So let's give it a little bit more here. A little bit more, maybe here, here. And I'm not going to try to get these right down to the ounce even, but kind of close. This was 867, 871, 833, Oh. 804. All right, let's try again. 804, 836, 842. A little bit more here. So is this 807? How much was this one? 830, 826, 850. Oops. 826, 826, 830, 830. All right, so that's pretty good. 830, 830, 826, 826. I'm going to call it even with that. And my glass bowl, one here. And I'll set one to this side. Just going to knead this out. I've been working on my different kneading methods to see which one gives me the best loaf. The counter's clean. This is my glass pan that I like to use. See how that looks from the side. Let's see how much. All right, so we're gonna let this rise, and I'll flip the camera on every so often so you can see the progress. And of course, certainly too, you can choose how you want to divide your loaves up for your pans, but this is what I like to do with mine. Okay, here they are risen. About to put these in the oven. Okay, here they are, fresh out of the oven.